Good, yourself?
Good. Nice day, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm out of town walking around.
I was just exploring. I live here at on Jefferson.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Are you from Aho?
I moved. Oh, I moved here in 2014 in like January, February.
I was born and raised here, man. I'm kind of looking around. I'm working in Phoenix right now, but my mom and dad retired living out here.
All right.
Gosh, there was nothing out here. It was all desert. We used to hang out in that little shack right there.
All right. Yeah, I was just exploring. They're trying to get to know the town a little better.
You know, there's a lot to see out there. What's your name?
I'm Robert Trudell.
Have me a beer or watch the game.
Okay.
Willie.
Glad to meet you.
Hey, man, there's a lot. You know, I don't know if have you been? Can you get out in the desert in your vehicle?
Not really. I can walk out there. Yeah, I can.
Only to walk.
Like a
I mean,
spark. Huh?
Get yourself a vehicle and get out there on Rasmussen, and man, just take that to the west. Man, there's some beautiful country out there. Well, desert.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy it around town here, but yeah, I went out to what was it? Some Campbell. It was like some road with petroglyphs out there. I didn't quite make it all the way though.
Have you been out to the monument?
Huh? Which monument? Oh, the
Oregon Pipe.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah.
Have you been out to Burro Gap down Pipeline Road?
No, I don't think so. What's Burro Gap?
Check this out. See them cliffs out there? Me and my dad, we climbed all these mountains. Like him and I climbed Tabletop. See a little flat one out there?
Okay.
It's a gunnery range now. You can't get out there now. But him and I, when I was a kid, man, we climbed up to that about 3 or 4 times.
I think I got a pass where you can drive out.
Yeah, you get out there. There's certain
with
places.
The wildlife said you could.
Certain times, you know. Then that's Matterboat Mountain there.
What's that?
Matterboat.
Okay.
And man, I've been to the top of that about 4 or 5 times. But if you ever get a chance to get a truck, I would say out of all these places, either get in Rasmussen and go out that way. You go about 16 miles, then you got to have a permit. Now it's all changed.
Okay.
Back when I was growing up, but I've been all back through there, all the way to Yuma. But there's a pipeline road that you can take through those canyons, and it'll take you all the way to Casa Grande.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I've kind of looked at that. I was thinking of doing that in a truck or whatever. But
yeah, if you ever get a truck.
If I got a Spark, I don't know if it gets stuck on that road or not.
Oh man, that's great out there, but you got to be careful. That's all reservation out there, and they get kind of ticklish about people out there. But you got to stay on that road. But that's an easement road for the pipeline, for that gas pipeline that comes out through Casa Grande and heads on back wherever.
What do they have? What is it? The Devil's?
Man, I worked all these mines.
Okay.
In fact, I worked with all these guys here.
What'd you do in the mine?
Well, you know, I graduated here in Aho in 1979.
Okay.
And then I went in the service, and I was in the service for about 11 years. And then I came back, and they had went on strike, which was Phelps Dodds. They shut this mine down. My dad was stationed up on that mountain. See that little bubble up there?
Yeah. Yeah, I was up there.
Okay, that's Radar Hill. That used to be an air base up there.
Okay.
You know, and well, not an air base. It was a communications, and that's how my dad got out here. He's from Arkansas. Okay. And he married my mom out here, and we were born and raised out here when this was just a little copper mining town. You've seen the pit over there. So after I came back, they were shutting the mine down, and they sent everybody away, man. A lot of these miners, they went to Morenci, they went to Safford, they went to all these different places, down Duval Mine, down Tucson, a lot of places. And it stayed idle for about a year or two, and I got out in service, and I was working in California. I was out in California with my ex-wife. My dad calls me up and says, hey, they're going to bring in heavy equipment operators. And I figured out that'd be my chance to get in with these guys. And my dad was already a boss here. He was a power plant foreman. When they shut it down, he was just in charge of the whole plant. And we put that cap on the tailings. Okay. At one time, this is what they call the new Cornelia dumps. And I mean, it was in the Guinness Book of World Records. It was the largest man-made dam built.
There was water behind it?
At that time. No, what you see there, do you know what that is? That white stuff there?
Is that like gypsum or something else?
Okay, what that is what they would do is they would dig out of the mine. They dig all that ore up. Yeah. And once they took the copper out, the silver out, the gold, whatever they could find, that's what was left.
Okay.
And they pumped it out.
What's it made of, the white stuff?
Well, that's what's left of the ore. It's like refining oil. I mean, if you refine oil and you you know, real quick, say heat it up, and you take all the propane, butane, gasoline, jet fuel, and what you got left is diesel, and then you take the diesel out of it, then you got nothing left but black asphalt.
Okay.
And basically, all that over there is, once they dug all the ore out, they run it through the mine, they run it through the crushers. They busted, you know, they busted down the crushers. I guess a Packer scored, and they run it through. That's my sister.
Okay.
And they run it through the crushers, and then once they crushed it down to a certain size, they would run it through ball crushers, big old turning barrels, you know, and you had all these big steel balls in there, and they just banged around and busted this all down to powder, and then it went through the smelter. And then it was refined, and then they would, that's where they would take all the minerals, all, you know, all the copper, the gold, what was in there, out it, and then what was left, they had to get rid of it, and that's what you see out there. Okay. After it went through that series of the whole mine there. Kind of put it all real quick in a nutshell, but I love this place. You know, my mom and dad they're retired, they live out here, and I come down here on the weekends. I went on vacation, took a couple of weeks.
The air is really nice down here.
Well, that's what's bringing everybody out here, man. Is, you know, as you get up in age, you know, it's the climate. You know, you got the asthma and the aches and pains and all that. You know, which kind of comes with age. And
yeah, Phoenix, Mesa, Tempe. I was there for a while. It'd get all smoky. I just walked to school, and it smelled like smoke afterward from everybody with their fireplaces. And
but you know what? It never used to be like that. You know, after I got out of service, I worked in the White House for 4 years. I went in 7, and then I traveled around. You know, I just kind of got all that nervous energy out of me. When you're young, you just kind of bounce around and do all that kind of stuff. And I wanted to see everything. I've been all over the world. And here I am, right back where I started from. And I love it here. I spent the last 2 weeks, I got a lot of good friends out here, and we take our quads and our trucks, and we go out and see the desert, and a lot of nice people out there, a lot of grouchy people. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I like what they're doing with the securement of the borders. You know, I'm in on all of that, and I'd really like to see this land protected. You know, I guess the ones that are really making out here are the Indians now, huh? They built in casinos, and before they built that years ago, they said, "Hey, white man, one day you're going to pay." Well, they're paying out their asses right now, aren't they?
But they got that one in Glendale now. That should probably a better location than down here.
Those casinos are everywhere. And again, I grew up with a lot of these, you know, the Tohono O'odham Reservation back when I was growing up. They were the Papago Indians. And everything was segregated out here, man. You had the white people living over here, you had the Mexicans living over here, you had the Indians living over there. It was kind of crazy. Growing up as a kid, it just didn't make no sense to me, so I never really gave it no thought. You know, when you're kids, you all
that's just the way
get along.
It is,
you know, you all get along with each other. You know, and it's the adults that are going through all the turmoil. You know, and I'm glad I wasn't really part of that growing up here, but you know, I still got a lot of friends, man. A lot of that if I want to take off and go out on the reservation, I know people out there. I can just go wherever I want. You know? But you know, Border Patrol's out there now, and that's good. I'm glad they're out there. But, it's good meeting you.
You too.
And
all right.
Be careful out here in this desert.
All
right.
right.
Picking a good time for it.
Thanks a lot.
So where do you live around here?
On 945 Jefferson. Is it east?
945
Jefferson. Yeah.
My dad built a house right there that my grandmother lived in.
Okay.
Is there a White House?
Huh? Well, I guess kind of. I don't know. It's like almost looks like a trailer or something. I think they put an addition on it.
I was getting ready to say, was it a little house with an addition, or is it a trailer with an addition?
It's like a house with an addition. It's like a small.
You know
house.
what? I think my dad built that addition.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I'm gonna drive by. That's my little Blazer. I'm gonna drive by there. I want to see, because if that's the house, me and my dad built that house when we were kids. 945. You said. I said, wait, 945. We got. Me and my dad, we built a lot of houses out there. Back in, well, he did. I just brought the lumber and pounded in a couple of nails. It's good meeting you.
You too.
Have a good time.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Robert. We'll see you.